Natsu, it's your turn. Those race cars. Donut. Kawaii. 80. Sugar. None of these. Rain cloud. Sticky. Puppy. Punch. Bum 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 bum. Eager. Bum bum bum. Dumpy. Bike. Bike mama. Kiss. Anime. Ball. We ball. Fantasy. Flip. Time to flip. Ugh. I hear Natsu an exasperated sigh from within the closet. Seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case he needs a hand. You need help looking for something in there? Friggin' Matteo! I want to say Matteo for a moment. He never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping everything organized if he's just gonna mess it all up? Natsuko sights a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Comics. You like comic books and manga, right? I dabble. I was super into it when I was a kid until I moved on to video games. But I still have a collection that I flip through from time to time. Well, I got them all. Take a look for yourself. He takes a few steps away from the closet so I can see the various box sets. That's a pretty impressive collection. I spot a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. Hey, I was looking for that! I notice a box of manga in the closet that's missing a volume. I take the liberty of slipping it into the empty slot. There you go! Thanks! That looks so much better. Seeing a box of one book missing annoys the hell out of me. I know that for you. You can ask Satori how many times I flipped out on him for not putting one of my games back in the proper case or slot. I take a closer look at one of the sets. It appears to be a much older series than the others. The Adventures of Captain Kidd? Sounds kinda childish. It must be out of my demographic. That or it just sucks. To be frank, kid stuff can be too cool. That's the first manga set I ever got when I was a little kid. I'm sure the story doesn't hold up. And the humor is probably really cheesy. But it's got sentimental value to me, you know? Funny. I never liked as a sensitive guy. Well, I'm no wuss. I'll fight if I have to. But I'm not a heartless jerk either. Hey, there's only one jerk in this club. And it's not you. Besides, you don't need to worry about me judging a book by its cover. The good stuff is always on the inside anyway. In fact, I pull out the first room of Captain Kidd from the box. Why don't you take a little trip back to your childhood? Really? Sure. It'll be fun. I'm gonna just hear more about his mother. I check out the front cover. It features 4 teenage boys striking animated fight poses. It looks like any ninja series that caters to boys. Come on! I grab Natsuko's arm and pull him out of the closet. I take a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. I pat the ground next to me, signaling him to sit there. He takes a seat. Say, this is way better than using chairs. Right? It's easier for us both to see the book this way. Actually, I meant it's because we get to sit all close together like this. I kind of expect this level of flirtatiousness from him. Not that it's a particularly bad thing. Calm down, Casanova. We're just reading a manga. Natsuko giggles in amusement as I open the book. He leans in a bit. He seems to be more eager to begin reading than I am. Man, how long has it been since I read this? Getting the nostalgic feels, are we? All the feels. I don't think I've read this in 8 years. I look at him curiously. Now it's been brought up, I can't help but wonder How old is Natsu anyway? Yeesh, that's probably something I should find out before I go any further with this. So, you were like, what? 5 or 6 when you asked about this? Natsuko suddenly shoots me an annoyed glare. Seriously? You think I'm around 14 years old? No. Damn it. Do I really not know the count? 8 plus 6 is 16, right? No. What am I talking about? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. God, I suck at math! Natsuko visibly shudders. I didn't even fully catch up on it. My mind was starting to drift away a bit, because I'm not a fan of mouse pads. But even I would have been able to do that if I was paying attention and wasn't like kind of drifting off like, ugh, I don't want to count. Ugh. I hope you'd assume I'm older before trying to hit on me. Ah! That's not... I wasn't even... I didn't. My ability to articulate that vanishes. There's no recovery from the situation I've got myself into. I mean, now I look like a total pervert. 10. Jesus, you're 10?! What? No! I mean, I was 10 the last time I read this manga. Jeez, you're so weird. Ah, so you're 18? Yes, I am 18 years old. Sheesh. I exhale. I didn't even realize I was holding my breath. Natsuko looks at me with a mysterious expression. I'd serve that. Eh? Serve what? That wave of relief washing over you right now. He grins smugly, obviously quite proud of himself. Meanwhile, my face couldn't be any redder. Time to change the subject. Whatever. Are we reading this comic or what? Or not? Calm down. Nothing's even happened yet. We can still talk. Well, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Of course there's going to be a plot. It just takes a while to get to the good stuff. Some stories start out really slow and simple, but it's only to help you get to know the characters. It's still entertaining. Later on, when the action starts, we dive deep into the backstories, and that's when all the cool fighting starts to happen. That's what really makes it all good. All those awesome battle scenes. That actually sounds pretty cool. Ha! Just you wait. We read on for a few minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. I glance over and jump a little. What, you don't like that he's watching you? Natsuko is staring right at my face. Need to also see if I can get more of that. You, need something? Nope. I'm just watching you read. That's not boring for you? Not at all. Oh, he has a beautiful greasy tune. Greasy tune? Teethy grin! He has a beautiful greasy tune. Not what? I don't even know what I said. I don't want to know. It's not every day I get to share my manga and comics with others. I'm having fun here. Well, I can see where you're coming from. I get really happy when I can convince my friends to play a video game with me. That must be nice. Being able to get your friends to experience something you're passionate about. You don't share your comics and manga with your friends? I wish. Most people grow out of comics and manga by a certain age, so everyone just thinks I'm immature for being into it. Pisses me off. I know people like that. Takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less who are into it too. But I gotta ask, if you're so worried about being judged by your friends, why keep this collection in the club room? You'd think something as valuable as a comic collection would be kept at home anyway. Yeah, right. I can't keep my collection in my room. I don't even know what my mom would do if she found out I have them. Find my browser. His mom must really hate manga. It's safe in the club room, except when Mateo is being an arrogant jerk about it. Sometimes I want to punch him in the face. Ditto at that. But hey, at least you get to share your comic with me. And you can rest assured I won't judge. Yeah, that's true. Thanks, Anya. After all, the comic book reading, video game playing losers need to stick together, right? Loser? Hey, speak for yourself! Jeez. We're gonna get reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Natsuko suddenly bursts out laughing. Right in my ear. It kinda startles me. I totally forgot that happens. He leans over and points to a panel. Moji is my favorite character. He's the comic relief, but you always kind of feel bad laughing at him because of how unlucky he is. It gets especially bad when... maybe I shouldn't be talking about that. Just keep reading. You'll see. Natsuko's voice sparkles with excitement, but he explains everything in a surprisingly slow and detailed manner. Stark contrast to his usual fast-talking, flippant behavior. But if he's not used to sharing his comics with his friends, I can understand his eagerness. It's hard to put into words the feeling you get when you connect with someone like that. I'm more than happy to indulge him like this, though. Seeing him happy makes me smile to myself. Alright, guys! Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Are you serious? You have the worst timing. Well, sorry to break up your little love-in over there. But I need to make sure we have enough time. Love-in? Sitting so close to Natsuko wasn't bothering me before, but having Mateo pointed out so bluntly makes it feel embarrassing. I haste to jump to my feet. Natsuko growls at Mateo as he slowly rises, gripping the book tightly. Alright, I guess we'll stop there for now. Natsuko suddenly thrusts the book at me. What? You think we're just gonna stop in the middle? Don't you want to know what happens? Well, yeah, but just take it home with you and finish reading it tonight. You're okay with that? Say that mostly because I really don't want to spend my spare time reading this. Of course I am. I just you won't destroy it. Please don't, by the way. Besides, it would take forever to read if you didn't take it home. Just finish it tonight so we can start the next one tomorrow. And I cannot stress this enough. Don't destroy it. By tomorrow? Alright. Well, looks like I'm stuck reading this. It'll cost me a few hours of game time, but I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice to make in exchange for seeing Natsuko's enthusiastic face. I stand and return to where I put my stuff. Where I left myself. I slip the book into my bag. Natsuko! I told Natsuko I was interested in his poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with him first. What's with this? What do you mean? Don't play dumb now! This wasn't written by an amateur! You either snagged this online or Satori brought in a ringer. Look, I wrote this myself, and it's my first time writing a poem. Take it for what it's worth. I have no reason to lie about this. In fact, remember how I said I was interested in your poems? That's why I had in mind when I wrote this. I could have been doing other things, you know? Unbelieving, Natsuko looks over my poem again. He stares at me with a suspicious expression. Right then, beginner's luck. Let's see if you can do it again tomorrow. You seem upset that I'm accidentally good at this. I just want to help you feel comfortable sharing your poems. Well, thanks, Anya. But I think I would have felt more comfortable sharing if yours was really bad. I was expecting you to show me something pathetic so I could say, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real writing looks like. And instead, you went and wrote something really good. And now I'm self-conscious about my poem. Well, I'm glad to hear you liked it, but I don't want you to feel bad about your writing as a result. I don't feel bad per se. I just wanted my poem, so... I just wanted my poem too. Well, never mind. I should just show it to you. Might as well. Mateo will make you if you don't. Look, I even had the race cards in my poem. Hope you're enjoying it. Okay, first, handwriting is atrocious. Okay, now. I could actually just... From the small assembly of words I could actually decipher as words, it sounds like the childish dribble Natsuko writes. Not that he's a particularly bad writer. I'm just not fond of that style. It's very Shel Silverstein. Who's she? He is famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They feel like they're written for a little kid, but they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. So, you say Natsu writes like that? Exactly. I hope to see your style evolve into something more, though. You're not a lost cause just yet. I'm not all. Good to hear. There we go. He's looking out. This is like a poem, Anya! Is this really your first time? Of course it is! You know I don't write poems in my spare time. That's true. But that just makes it even more impressive. I mean, we both only decided to join, since I've been putting effort into writing. I don't want to let any of you down. Aw, you and Mateo. Mateo can go for Anya. Mateo can go for Anya. Yeah, Mateo too. Oh, good. And don't worry, I'm gonna wait to press. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Skip the poems! I know these poems! Let's go. Yuri? You're insanely talented, but Natsu has a point. Does have a point. I think conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsu's poem did a really good job at that. Natsu beams proudly, and Natsu, what all of us talked about yesterday, it's true. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can be hard. We all learned that today. Even a small amount of criticism can lead to a pretty heated debate. I see Satori nodding approvingly from the corner of my vision. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened, Natsu. You're a great writer. Natsuko blushes and smiles gently to himself. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for him as well. Yuri, I'm sure Natsuko didn't mean the things he said. You're an amazing writer too. So you don't need to feel threatened either.
If you say so.
Anya, don't apologize for me. I'm mad enough to do what I did myself. Natsuko looks at Yuri. That thing I said about, stuffing your pants. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know exactly if it's true or not, but I'm sorry I said it. That said, Natsuko crosses his arms and looks away stubbornly. I sigh. Well, that apology could have been more sincere. Satori playfully nudges Yuri. Hey, I have PE with Yuri. Trust me, every inch she's packing is 100% natural. My gaze instantly shifts back to Yuri's crotch. This time he notices, but her face turned bright red.
I'll go make some tea.
Yuri hurries off. Satori smiles proudly at me. I helped. My glare meets his dumb grin. That's where you decide to jump in? I needed your help like 5 minutes ago! Just stood there smiling like an idiot while I broke up the fight. What the hell kind of vice president are you? Mateo? He will be taking control from that one. That's gonna be great. And remember, if you like Nat, stick with simple, whimsical poems. That will make him happy. Yes. And then there's no ball. Ah! It doesn't want me to get his poem, I guess. Come on. Candy, milk. The milk fell over. Bad. Oh. That's too many missing words for him. Doc. I just realized why girl is one of his voices words. Dazzle, skirt, Natsu, vanilla, bubbles, wolf. Why are you? Baba. Fine. Sticky. Hello? That's pure chocolate. Puppy. A dog and a puppy. Isn't that great? Fluffy. Hello. Bunch. Kitty. Giggle. Playground. Doki Doki. Soda. Parfait. Blanket. Hey! Did you finish that manga last night? What manga? What do you mean, what manga? The manga we read together yesterday that I gave you to take home and finish. I shrug. No idea what you're talking about. The color drains from Natsuko's face. You know exactly what I'm talking about! You took it home with you to read last night. Now where is it? Oh, that manga. Right. Accidentally dropped it in the toilet. You can have it back, but it's kinda gross. Gah! Are you serious? Unable to keep this up any longer, I finally break and start laughing. Chill out! I'm only joking. Natsuko gives me a massive sigh when I pulled the manga volume out of my bag, unharmed. I smirk. Whoa, time for us to hang 10, bruh. I have never heard that before. Looks like that wave of relief is back. Oh, shut up, you troll. You almost gave me a heart attack. Hey, that was a good one and you know it. Admit it. Fine. It was a little funny. Now give it back. He snatches it from me and promptly begins to inspect it. He gets another sigh when he discovers it is in the same condition as it was when he gave it to me. It's still in one piece. I'm not careless, you know. I'm just making sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't just give people my comics every day. Anyway, let's put this one back and grab the next one. Natsuko and I head to the closet. I'm excited for you to tell me what you think so far. I've just realized, outside of Satori, the events seem to have been very switched, as in that in this case Anya, the female MC, kind of takes in the dialogues of the dialogue pieces of the girls of the original, or like even situations of the girls more. He currently is wearing a skirt, so I'm kind of concerned right now. I'm excited for you to tell me what you think so far. What this volume is off again? I forgot. Right, so it left off where Mochi and Aki found... Son of a... Mateo, did you move my stuff again? Natsuko's voice resonates out of the closet. Peer inside. Of Natsuko's books are lined up on the top shelf. I had to. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in the closet. So I cleaned up a bit and moved some stuff around. Ah, I see. And what part of your brain decided to take the shortest guy stuff and put it on a frickin' top shelf? Oh, stop whining. All of your crap is still there. Just get it. Ugh. I look up. The top shelf is far above Natsuko's head. Honestly, how does Mateo expect him to be able to reach? I watch as Natsuko makes a futile hop, trying to figure out how to reach it. He finally turns to me. Will you please help me get these back down? There's plenty of room on these shelves. Sure. There's a stool on the wall there. We can use that. There's a collapsible stool hanging on the wall in the closet. Perfect. I'll reach up there and pull them down. When I'll hand them to you, you can put them on this lower shelf. Would it be as if I reached up there and handed them to you? Nah, it's okay. I can do it. Natsuko takes a stool from the wall and folds it. He hops on. It's wobbly due to his colossal design. I watch anxiously. I'm not much taller than him, but I could definitely reach the boxes more easily. Standing on the stool, Natsu's fingertips reach the top shelf. He uses his fingers to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. The box suddenly tips. I barely catch it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. Losing his balance, Natsu jumps down. Thankfully, he's able to stay on his feet. Having almost fell, he's clearly a bit shaken. I slide the box on the lower shelf and turn to him. You alright? Yeah. So, you know that idea you had a few minutes ago that was perfect and actually made sense? Maybe we should go with that. Reach the bigger boxes for me. Pretty please. Aw, why does he have to be so cute and innocent looking? Well, he said please. I smiled and nod. Of course. But I'm not standing on that stool. I don't trust it. I'm using a chair instead. But all the chairs here have desks attached to them. You won't be able to fit one of those in the closet. Good point. Let's see. Scan the classroom. Aha! Spot a computer chair behind the teacher's desk. I rolled on its wheels back to the closet. We're an idiot. This time. Is that safe? It's rules and rolls. You're gonna get hurt. Not if you hold it steady. Come here. Natsu comes over and grabs the back part of the chair, bracing it with his body weight. I climb up the seat and slowly stand, trying to keep my balance. The chair only moves one side of my weight, but Natsu steadies it instantly. I gotcha! Great! We'll be able to do this in no time. Yeah. I reach up and grab the first comic. It's not very heavy, so I'm able to bend down and slide it onto the lower shelf. I wrap my arms around the bigger box. Whoa, this one is very heavy. Hey Natsu! This box weighs a ton! I won't be able to bend down to that shelf without falling. Here, try to take it. I bent down as far as my strength will allow. But I don't feel Natsu taking the weight of the box. Hurry up, man! I wonder how that happened. This stuff is heavy! My arms start shaking. The only thing I get from Natsu is a weird sounding grunt. What the hell's he even doing? Hey, Natsu! I turn my head around a bit and look down. I can't tell if he's having a good time or if he's just seen panties for the first time. Although in actuality, I know actually quite a lot of guys who wear panties, so... He could actually probably have seen them before. Maybe just not on anyone else's body, but on his own. Anyway, pervert, if we fall onto you, then that's deserved. The MC in the original did not deserve it. He tried to turn away. He was just stupid by not standing up the moment he was told to hold the chair. He sat against the wall. She asked him to hold it, and he just crawled over instead of just getting up and doing it properly. What's the matter? I see Natsuko, eyes wide, cheeks red, and mouth agape, looking right at my skirt! Gah! Crap! I forgot I was still in my school uniform! And while I usually keep my blazer tied around my waist as a shield, it must have come untied at some point because I suddenly feel very exposed. There's no doubt he can see everything. I'd have never asked him to do this if I had remembered just what the hell I was wearing. Hey! What do you think you're doing down there? Stop it! Finally snapping out of it, Natsuko suddenly realizes what he's just been caught doing. I'm sorry! I won't look. Natsuko turns away and covers his face with both hands, letting go of the chair! And then he starts to swivel and roll. Ah! Natsuko, grab the chair! I'm sorry! I didn't mean to look! Don't just grab the chair! I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I want to help. He must have uncovered his eyes for a split second because I hear him exclaim again. Oh God! I'm sorry! I looked again. I don't care anymore! Just grab the chair! I'm trying! I briefly noticed Natsuko blindly grabbing at the chair around the air around the chair. He can't bring himself to open his eyes long enough to stop it from moving. Ah! Anya! I've got you! The chair finally rolls out from under me. Frantically, Natsuko tries to catch me. The box tumbles out from my hands and the books go flying. The full force of my body throws Natsuko to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt us in the face and head. I try to shield the back of my head with my hands. Ugh, My body definitely felt that one. I slowly come to my senses. I sit up, pressing my arm down onto what I think at first to be the floor beneath me. I hear an exasperated grunt. I look down to realize it's not the floor I'm sitting on. I grab Natsu momentarily before grabbing him by the lapels of his blazer and jerking his upper half up off the ground. He looks nervously into my eyes, his face still blazing red. Natsu, when I tell you to grab the chair, you grabbed the friggin' chair! I shake him back and forth with each syllable. I'm sorry! He manages to whine pathetically between each shake. I release my grip, dropping him back on the floor. Then I pound my fist into his chest. And that's for being a pervert! I place both hands on his chest and press my body weight against him, hoisting myself up. Natsu gives another grunt as I step on him on my way to the nearest desk where I prop myself in the seat. Yes, because that was necessary.
Everything alright over here? I thought I heard something.
Everything is peachy keen! I practically screamed the last part in rage. Everything is peachy keen! I stand up from the desk, even though my legs are now as wobbly as that stool. Next time I suggest you to clean the closet, leave Natsu's stuff on the middle shelf from now on. Unless it's your desire to kill off your club members for one by one.
Jeez, sure do like to exaggerate things, don't you, honey?
Spoken like someone who didn't see me pull on my face first to the floor. The feelings of inspects my face very closely.
Well, you certainly don't look like you've damaged that pretty little face of yours. So why worry?
Cushion translates Mateo gives an amused chuckle before returning to the front of the room. The compliment catches me so off guard that I forget to mention Natsu's little stunt. I look down at him. He's still lying on his back on the floor, staring forlornly at the ceiling. I gently approach him and kneel down. He turns his head the other way. Thanks for not telling Mateo. I really am sorry, you know. Yeah, well, you're lucky I didn't say anything. Even though it was kind of my fault. Why was it your fault? It's not your fault, you have to... that your uniform is built to be practically looked under. That's why most Japanese uniforms are not built that way and have longer skirts. But if you try to pull that crap again, Natsu's face suddenly becomes indescribably sad. I stare in the direction he's looking, and it immediately becomes clear why. Oh no! I quickly reach over and pick up one of the books that's scattered on the floor. There's a long diagonal crease on one of the pages. I desperately try to smooth it out. Crap! It must have landed on the page! I try a bit more to fix the crease, but I can't get it out. Suddenly, Natsu reaches over and takes my wrist gently. Hey, it's okay. Don't worry about it. His voice has come in quiet. It somehow sounds deeper than usual. But it's your childhood. He chuckles sadly and looks down. Yeah, well, I never said it was the best childhood. It seems so distant all of a sudden. Natsu, this isn't about the manga, is it? It's on the floor. He curls up on his side and turns away from me completely. Anything I could do to help? Natsu shakes his head. Do you want to talk about it? Every day, it's just the same thing. I just want to come to the club. I just want to be. He falls silent, stare helplessly. Whatever anger I was feeling regarding his little peep show has dissipated. I want to talk to him about whatever problems he may be having, but I can't very well pry if he's not ready to open up. I decide to do the only thing I can right now. Well, I'll get these comics and manga organized and moved for you. I grab volume 2 of Captain Kidd and set it aside. Except this one. We'll get started on it as soon as I'm done. Maybe that'll help make your day a little better. Seth's cutting the books and putting them with their respective sets. As I reach for one, Natsuko-san reaches out and gently takes it first. You're really nice to me. Thank you for that. I'm not used to someone being nice to me. I appreciate it. I have a lot of respect for you. Remember, there's no high limit on being a cool and interesting person. Natsuko smiles sadly. I don't know what might have happened to him today, but helping boost his self-esteem is the least I can do. The next couple of minutes are quiet as we begin to gather the scattered books. We place them in the correct order. We hoist the box together and set it on a shelf Natsuko can comfortably reach. I get up the courage to stand on the wobbly stool and get the rest of the boxes down. Alright, that should do it. I'll help with the stool. Thanks again, Anya. Anytime. Natsuko is holding the volume I set aside. Shall we? He smiles a little. Looks like he's starting to cheer up already. Alright, I'm ready. We sit in the same spot as last time and I open the second volume. Natsuko's mood continues to improve as he laughs and points things out to me. He's surprisingly sharp, making note of the self-repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how well everything ties up in the story, despite Natsuko saying the story doesn't hold up. I guess he has good taste after all. After some time, Mateo gets our attention as usual and it's time to share poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep. And hey, you sound enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it. I knew you would. I returned to my seat and put the book in my bag. Where's Mateo?
I think he said he was going to the bathroom.
Oh well, might as well start sharing poems. I'm checking the files, if he put anything in the files. It's important! Important things to note. Give me a moment, something seems to be off with OBS. If you notice anything weird with the Yuri and Natsuko route, it's because for some reason it recorded the audio but just wouldn't record the background as soon as the game loaded up. I'm checking now profusely because I have no idea why that happened. I will have to record the other thing again another time. That really pisses me off, but okay. At least it's working now. Natsuko reads my poem. He keeps looking at me, then back at the poem. By now he must have read it more than once. Is it that bad? Bad? This is actually really good. So much for beginner's luck. Why can't you be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Yeah, that depends. Is it working? A little bit. Just a little bit. Alright. Maybe I think you're more than just a little charming. I am very paranoid now. I'll do my best so you don't notice it. I have done it before with my DDLC playthrough after all, but... Maybe I think you're more than just a little charming. Natsuko blushes a bit. And besides, is there a problem with me trying to impress you? You want to impress me? Well, that depends. I bite my lower lip a bit. Is it working? Natsuko's blush intensifies. He clutches my poem tightly. He suddenly releases his grip on my poem, letting it flutter to the ground. I'll be right back! Red-faced Natsuko scurries out of the room and bumps into Mateo.
Hey, watch where you're going. Hey Anya. What's going on over here? Natsuko sure left in a hurry. What did you do to him?
Do? I didn't do anything.
Are you sure you didn't do anything terrible?
Pfft, what? What are you talking about? What do you think I could have possibly done to him?
That's why I'm asking you. I just want to make sure you didn't do anything bad.
Bad? Are you... You know what? Yes. You caught me. I admit it. Couldn't keep my hands off him. Better turn me into the authorities. No telling who my next victim will be. Mateo chuckles a bit.
You know, they say sarcasm is a sign of a weak mind.
Well, tell me who they are and I'll molest them too. That's a horrible thing. Mateo laughs again. So touchy. Pun not intended. Tell me, am I safe in your presence? Or do you simply not have control over your own hands? Mice wondering I spot my poem near Mateo's feet. The last thing I need is for him to read it, especially right now. I tried to think of something fast. No control whatsoever. In fact, you should probably go away before it's too late. My stomach knots up. He must have seen me briefly look down at the poem. Much to my embarrassment, Mateo indeed spots the poem on the floor and snatches it up. He reads through it, a smug grin creeping across his face. How sweet. Wrote this for Natsu, didn't you? Perhaps I should call the authorities after all. Hey, he's of age! I mean... Oh, this is just fantastic. For all the things I could have said. Mateo just looks at me with that pretentious grin of his. Well. Looks like someone's got a thing for strawberry shortcake. Something about his mocking tone makes me feel bad about it for some reason. Turn away, my cheeks blazing. So, how do you think the little fella feels about you? Oh, don't bother answering. It's just something for you to think about. Hey! Natsuko stomps over and grabs the poem from Mateo's hands. Funny, I didn't even notice him re-enter the classroom. You've got a bad habit of touching things and reading things that don't belong to you, you know that? And what, pray tell, did I read that belongs to you, Natsuko? This is a literature club, remember? We all read each other's poems. Natsuko freezes. Apparently forgot my poem is for everyone to read. But I can't let Mateo humiliate him like that. Technically I gave him the poem to keep. So, it does belong to him. Is that so? So it does. He looks just as surprised as Natsuko does. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna let everyone else read it first, of course. But afterwards, he's taking it home. I see. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Anya. I'm really happy you're letting me keep this. You can keep mine too if you want. Trevor likes the dolls. I finally catch on. Oh, I see! So, you're the subject of the poem, and you used the Trevor metaphor. Gah! Well, that's not... Whatever. It can be about anything. I wrote to be easy for anyone to relate to. Well, if you really think about it, it can also be interpreted as not judging people for their weird hobbies and guilty pleasures. Like collecting dolls, or comic books. I muttered that last part to myself. What comic books? There's really nothing to interpret. I already told you exactly what it's about. Well, yesterday Yuri taught me that writing can be interpreted in any way the reader likes, even if there is a straightforward message. Oh, Yuri is an idiot! What does he know? Just because he uses big, complicated words doesn't mean he's a literary genius. I knew it! He is the Trevor metaphor! Smiles ahead, Natsuko with this poem. You can learn from your own messages, Natsu. In any case, I can definitely relate to both messages in this poem, and I'm sure everyone else can too. If it makes you feel better, I really like this poem more than yesterday's. I like the sass and flow of it. You're doing a very good job with this one. I figured you would like it. My writing always has a good message to take away. My poems don't just make you feel emotions, it helps you learn what those emotions are in a simple and fun way. Remember that. It's gonna be even better, so look forward to it. I see you managed to tear yourself away from Natsuko for a few moments. Glad to see you two are getting along so well. Anyway, since we've already gotten your poem out of the way, feel free to read mine. Personally, like the way it turned out, I'm sure you will too. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Are you still upset with me?
Upset? Upset over what?
For disrespecting Natsuko yesterday. Because reading this poem, I understand why you became insulted.
Eh? I wasn't insulted.
Because you have the same writing style as him. You prefer his style.
Well, I was just...
And I disrespected him. I disrespected you too. Please forgive my terrible rudeness.
Big guy, I think you're reading too much into this. I never thought you would be...
A gentleman knows when to allow a lady to have her space.
Well, jeez. Does a gentleman know when to allow a lady to finish a damn sentence?
Please do not feel forced to be around me unless it's what you wish. But I can see that's not the case.
I really...
No need to express any concern. I always have my boss.
Yuri bows politely and returns to his desk. Well, crap. He didn't even give me a chance to explain. I like Yuri, but he seems to be incapable of listening to anyone when his mind has already made a decision. I sigh to myself. I guess I have to accept that this is just the way he is, regardless of how frustrating it is. He clearly wants to be left alone now, so acquiescence to his wishes. Whatever. Walking home with Natsu, huh? Why does the mere thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, it sounds like it'd be a lot of fun, and he is cute. He's pretty fun to be around, isn't he? Yes, very much so. Did you want to crack at him first? Jason's not so mean. It's the same! Allow me to skip it! Ah! So. I want to get a full poem. This is gonna be annoying for... There was literally no word. This is going to be annoying the way that the thing broke there. Oh my god, I hate it here. Rages, yeah. My god! Just... Bunny, dog, mouse, nipple, lipstick, kiss, cute ball. Damn, we love cute balls. I forgot his damn wolf that suddenly comes in there. For no apparent reason, even though it's not even that scary by itself. Ah! Yeah, but that's gonna be a bitch for later when I have to... I guess I'll have to record the poems on their own again. You have to be kidding me! I won't give up just yet! Hello? Hello? Funny. Oh my god! It only took a few hours! Let me see! Someone's enthusiastic today. Of course, I know your writing isn't a fluke now. I'm glad you're a fan. I'm willing to admit I was a little jealous at first because you happen to be a good writer. Isn't that a dumb thing to be jealous about? Your natural talent really put me in my place. You're really sweet, Natsu. But I'm pretty sure you're the only one who thinks that I have any talent. Natsuko looks over my poem, a sad smile growing across his face. Well, I guess that means I'm the only one in this club who has any taste. Because once again, your writing just amazes me. That's a pretty awesome compliment coming from a pro. Pro. Right. Barely Mother said last part. You do like my poems, don't you, Anna? I'm taken aback by the question at first. Natsuko's usual arrogance seems to have given way to the insecurities he's been harboring. Of course I do. But why? Yuji's writing is so much more mature than mine. Satori's writing is always so full of feeling. Mateo, God only knows what his poems are about. But they're still interesting. What's so good about mine? Natsu, what's so good about me? His voice shakes as he shouts that last part. Why are you the only one who takes me seriously? Not just my writing, but everything about me. Everyone else always laughs at me. They make fun of me for liking comics. They make fun of the way my mom makes me keep my hair. They make fun of me for having a girl's name. They make fun of me for being a puny little shrimp. I hate it. No one realizes how hard it is for me. And then one day you show up, and you've just been so nice to me. Why would you? Natsuko trails off. I look down. His fists are tightly clenched. Notice how much everything about himself affected him in this writing. Easy there. You're gonna rip your poem. I gently take it from his hands and place it on a desk. I begin to smooth out the wrinkles. Anya, don't. Huh? Don't what? Don't be nice to me. If you're just doing it because you feel sorry for me. Natsu, don't say that. I'm nice to you because I like you for you. I like your poems, and I like your style. Look, it's true when I first read your poetry, I didn't think much of it. But now that I know you, I understand it. You're not just some amateur, and I'm sorry I was one of the people who made you think less of yourself. I get it now. There's so much more to you than meets the eye. I like everything about you. I like your hair, and I like your name. You may not be the tallest one in the club, but you've definitely got more in you than the rest of us combined. Natsuko keeps his head low, clenching his fists. This is obviously very difficult for him to accept. But finally he forces himself to look me in the eyes again. This poem, I wrote it for you. But even so, if you don't like it, you gotta tell me, okay? Just be honest about it. Of course. Why me? In a world where beauty abounds, you find joy in looking down. You could gaze at the mighty tree. Why instead do you look at me? Now tell me if you think I'm wrong, but silence is a pleasant song. What is wrong inside your head that you prefer my voice instead? You could walk tall, your head held high, reach on up and touch the sky, but the heavens you can barely see, because you sit down here with me. I may not be the perfect, but I'm still pretty tough, though it isn't always apparent enough. My patience sometimes goes astray, yet you respect me anyway. Writing clever is what I seek, funny rhymes and tongue-in-cheek. You make me confident with my style, my poems make you smile. Life is now a jubilee, because you believe in me. Nice poem. A bit of a lack of rhythm, making it a bit difficult, but you know what? Whatever. Sweet poem. I like the ending. Yeah, it's nice that he keeps his style with his rhyming. I'm paranoid now, like I said. But everything seems to be working now. I don't know why it didn't work earlier. I must have broken something when I was a bit too fast with some of the things. I'll just have to record it later. So, what do you think?
This is so sweet, Natsuko. Really, I never expected something like this coming from you. So full of emotion.
Well, that's the point of writing, isn't it? To express things you wouldn't normally say.
That's true. I forget that sometimes. Thank you for reminding me.
Well, I am a pro after all.
It fails to sound as confident as he usually does.
But you gotta remember something. Just because I'm macho doesn't mean I don't have these feelings sometimes. When you're nice to me, it means a lot.
I'm glad. I hesitate in handing the poem back to him. Natsu, can I keep this? He looks up at me, his eyes filled with excited hope.
Do you mean it?
I hug the poem to my chest. I really do.
Of course! It was for you after all. I'm really glad that you like it.
Natsuko beams to himself. I return to my seat and slip the poem into my bag. My heart is filled with joy at making Natsuko so happy.
Sticking with the Natsuko style once more. Once again, I see. I guess we know what the first thing on your mind really is.
That's not really...
Oh, don't try to deny it. It's quite obvious. Spending every day with him in the club, pretending to like the manga he's into. You scared he's gonna hate you or something if you don't indulge him at every whim?
Hey, lay off! He's not the type of person who hates him and who doesn't give him what he wants. I mean, sure, he's assertive, but he's not selfish. I should have known that someone who indulges him as much as you do would jump to his defense like that.
It's fine, but there's a little warning for you. Stay on your toes. Natsuko is kind of unpredictable. He never knows what he wants. I mean, at barely 18, he's the youngest one here after all. Clearly, he's too mature to know how to properly handle his own feelings. What I'm saying is, if something bad happens, it could end up damaging the club too. And I know you wouldn't want that to happen.
Maybe you should worry less about Natsu and more about Satori.
Or the history of the normal original DDC. I wonder if he could be referring to that as well.
I approach Yuri, but he doesn't look very enthusiastic about my presence today. I'll leave him be for now. Maybe he'll approach me when he's feeling more confident. If we can with sweets and a cute guy?
Count me in!
Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And since we have a lot of stuff to make, it sounds like it could use 2 people.
Don't worry! We'll have tons of fun! You can bet on it! But Natsuko, I thought you hated baking. I never said that! I said baking is for girls. And since I have a girl with me, it'll be worth it. Well, if you say so. You'll be fine on your own, right, Yuri?
His voice sounds solemn and distant. Jeez, now I feel bad for the big guy. But in a contest between bad books and donuts? I'm sorry, man, I'm only human.
So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to go over? Need to cover? No, I think that's it. Are you all feeling excited? Yes! Everything is gonna be awesome, including our dumb performances. That's the spirit! What about you, Anya?
Oh, I am Judy as a schoolgirl who's going to be stuffing her face with donuts in a few days. Also, I'm sure the performances will be interesting.
What about you, Yuri? Yuri?
Yuri nods dismissively, but everyone can tell he's sulking.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal or anything.
Yuri is feeling underappreciated. Not only did we have to come up with something for him to do, but then no one even offered to help. We all kind of suck right now.
Anya, you guys are fine. Don't worry about me.
Natsuko suddenly glances up at Yuri with a worried expression. He walks up to Yuri and gently touches his arm.
Look, Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're gonna help make our event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, yes, my donuts will be the bomb, but you're gonna make the atmosphere special. That's going to be really important for the way people feel during the performances. So, you know, give yourself more credit. And stop being such a pussy.
Natsuko finally turns away, arms crossed. Aw, that was almost touching.
Do you really mean that, Natsuko?
Yes, I do. You're being a giant crybaby and you need to stop. But, you know, that stuff about you being talented, I meant that too.
Yuri isn't the only one who's surprised. Materna also taken aback by Natsuko's words. Neither of us expect such encouraging things to be said by him of all people. But I suddenly realized Natsuko's trying to sound like Satori, because Satori never did anything in the club really all that much. Even if it didn't come out perfectly, I could still tell Natsuko was trying to say something he thought Satori would say in a situation like this. Because Satori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. We just never see it.
Sorry, but this is going to be a critique point.
I'm sorry for being melodramatic. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event.
Yeah! I hope to seven do their best.
But with that, there's nothing more for us today. So I guess it's time to head out. I'll be staying a bit longer. I didn't get a chance to do much reading today.
Fine.
Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Yuri and Mateo at the door.
Whoa, where do you think you're going? We still need to figure out our plans for the weekend.
You were about to stroll on home and then realize you have no way of contacting me.
Smart.
Oh, yeah, my bad. If only that's how that slipped my mind. Jeez, good thing I stopped you.
Here's my phone number. Don't text me weird memes.
Why would I do that? Don't worry, I'm not gonna. I'm so good at texting weird memes. I give Natsuko my number in return.
I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients.
Wait, you're coming to my house? Well, yeah. Got a problem with that? Oh no. I just figured that since I'm helping you, we'd be doing this at your house.
Yeah, right. My mom would flip if I brought a girl over.
Jeez, that's kind of strict.
You have no idea. I can't do anything when mom is home. Anyway, we have each other's numbers now. I'll text you when I'm coming over.
Sounds good. I look forward to baking with you. I'm sure it'll be fun.
Baking can be a lot of fun. Ah! I mean, that is, baking and company is what I meant to say.
You're not just gonna give me the dirty work, are you? Natsuko looks around as if to make sure we're alone, then suddenly gives a flirty grin.
Well, that all depends on just how dirty you're willing to get.
Oh ho ho! Shorty's got jokes. I see what he did there. Smile a bit in return. I do like his confidence, and it only seems to increase when the others aren't around. Alright, you little snickerdoodle. I'll see you on Sunday then.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I mean, Natsu and I both have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old. Plus, he's pretty flirty, so he should be fun to banter with. No telling where that will lead. I didn't pick Satori. Not to mention, I'll be spending the entire day sampling his confections. I suddenly feel a knot in my stomach. I'm scared that... I get around, but we really aren't a couple or anything. Twinkling research about Natsuko's upcoming visit. I keep myself this news to be nervous, but it hasn't helped much. I wonder how different he's going to be when it's just the two of us. He seemed to be more openly flirty after the others left the clubroom. Meanwhile, he's been texting me a lot. We had sent each other one to double check, but it turned into a whole conversation. I'm surprised by how sweet he is on the phone. He's almost a different person. He's still quite flirty, but that's to be expected. But putting Natsuko aside, I haven't heard much of anything. Oh god.
There we go.
I don't have much time before Natsu comes over.
Nat, you're supposed to be baking with him today.
I didn't know that. Mateo told you, didn't? No, you want to be alone with Nat. Nat's coming. If you finish early with helping Mateo, feel free to come over and help me and Natsu with the donuts. Satori merely shakes his head. I exit Satori's house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. I try to focus on my thoughts on Natsuko, kissing myself that tomorrow will be a better day for everyone, including Satori. I follow Natsuko, staying about 100 feet behind. I'm sure he hasn't spotted me. As he turns to walk up my driveway, I see him take out his phone. He disappears from my view as he heads up to the house, obscured by the bushes on the corner of the driveway. For moments, I hear the musical tone of my phone letting me know that I have a new text. So Natsuko saying it's outside my door. I said it'd be more fun to sneak up on him. I round the corner and slink up the driveway. But as my door comes into view, I only see the bags he was carrying sitting on the patio. Stood alone bags for a moment. Where the hell did he go? Gotcha! I practically leap out of my pants as Natsuko suddenly appears behind me and gives my ribcage a little tickle. I'm pretty sure my soul left my body there for a moment.
You should see your face. Man, I really gave you a scare, did I? I'd stuff you in the microwave for pulling that little stunt.
But then I'd have no one here to make donuts. And I wasn't scared, by the way. I was mildly alarmed.
Yeah, right.
You're just mad because you want to sneak up on me and I beat you to the punch. Touché. Satisfied with myself, Natsuko struts proudly to the door and gathers the bags.
Let's head inside. We have a lot of work to do.
I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuko carries in 3 large bags that I'm assuming are filled with baking supplies. He places them on the counter.
Well, I didn't want to come all the way down here just to find out your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. Did you buy everything I asked you to?
Yep. Natsuko messaged me yesterday asking me to pick up a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home.
Great! Glad I could count on you to do your part.
Oh, of course! I take donuts very seriously.
I sure hope so.
Can't have you ruining my recipe. Your recipe, huh? So you do bake often. Raising his unintentional confession, Natsuko's face turns bright red.
That's not...
Calm down, Natsu. I think it's awesome that you make such tasty treats. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. If anything, it makes me think even more highly of you. I mean, I didn't expect any glance from a pro.
I'm glad to hear you say that. I don't want the other guys to know. They'll just make fun of me about it and piss me off.
Then I guess they won't be partaking in your delicious donuts, will they? And whose loss is that?
That's true, I guess. But still, could you keep this between us? It's bad enough I'm the shortest one in the club. I don't want them to have more ammo, knowing I bake too, you know?
No worries. Your secret is safe with me. Thanks, Sonia. There's some sense between us when Natsuko suddenly gives me a strange look.
Sorry. It's the first time I've seen you outside of school. You look really pretty today.
Natsu, that's... Well, I was expecting Natsuko to act different when it was just the two of us. But I didn't expect that someone who's usually so blunt and bossy could be so unbelievably charming. That's really nice of you to say something like that. I mean, if we're being honest here, I think Natsuko looks pretty cute in his casual clothes too. Somehow they make him look older than usual. He may not have Yuri's mature build, but he's clearly not a kid either. Plenty of girls prefer the youthful boy band look anyway. I just like the long hair.
Well, let's not make a big deal out of it. We don't need to talk about weird things just because we're not in school. Let's get started. There's a lot for me to teach you. So be prepared to pay close attention if at all possible. And for crying out loud, keep your fingers out of the batter.
There's an attitude. I smile a bit to myself. I do like when he speaks his mind like that. It gives me license to dish it right back to him. We start pulling items out of the bags and finally get started.
Before long, the entire kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled liquid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. Of course, about 99% of the mess was made by me. Turns out, I suck at baking and have exhausted Natsu at every turn. The mixer wasn't big enough to mix all the batter at once, so we had to do it several times. I've had my hand slapped with a wooden spoon at least 24 times so far for trying to dip my finger in just about every bowl I can reach. I've been forbidden from touching anything unless specifically asked to do so. Anya, I need the food coloring. The batter's going in the oven soon. Natsuko watches my every move as I reach into the bag next to the table and pull out a small box that holds 4 bottles of different colored dye. What color are we making the batter? Well, each batch will be a different color. That way everyone can pick their favorite even if the filling is the same. Neat! Are we doing the same with the eye filling? Do you want to? Sure, it sounds like fun. Whatever we can do to make these as creative and eye-catching as possible. Yeah, now you're getting it, Anya. Now you're putting your heart into it and starting to have fun. I sure am. God, I want to shove my entire head into one of these bowls of batter right now. Starts not being able to taste anything. I watch forlornly as Natsuko separates the batter into smaller bowls and puts a few drops of food coloring into each. Natsuko catches the intense way I'm gazing at the batter. Cool looking, isn't it? Baking isn't about following instructions, you know? It's all about presentation. Making people's eyes light up is just the sight of your just the sight of your food. It's just as good as the moan of satisfaction they give after tasting it. You're amazing at this. Baking must be your life's calling. No, not at all. Really? That's a pretty lackadaisical response from someone who loves baking. Natsuko suddenly stops mixing a batch of blue batter, staring into it with a sad expression. Just because someone is really good at something doesn't mean they really like doing it. That's true. My friend is like... One of my friends is good at a lot of things. Instruments, artistic things, and he had good grades. But he just wants to be a janitor. That is really what he just wants to do. He likes cleaning, so basically, yeah. I mean, he is really good at cleaning. He loves cleaning. He loves cleaning a lot. And even though he's like good at a lot of things, really, I don't know. I mean, his brother is also pretty good at a lot of things. So I'm assuming there's some type of thing that's allowing them to learn pretty quickly or something. Something, I don't know. But like, he just wants to clean. And apparently when people were asking him what he wants to do, like when he was younger, and he told them he wanted to be like already back then like janitor or maid, something like that. They were like, oh, you should realize your worth more and all of that. But it's like, he just wants to do it, okay? Don't put on janitors and maids like that. They're worth a lot too. You know how horrible... like, I can just imagine how horrible my school would have been without our janitor there. He was great. Here? I hope he's not here, though. Sometimes a person is only really good at something because they were forced to do it. Natsuko quickly snaps out of his melancholy daze. Anyway, here. He quickly changed the subject and I'm shocked when he puts down his bowl of blue batter and hands me a large bowl full of cream filling and a whisk. I'm still using the mixer, so mix this until there are no more lumps. When you're done, we'll add some food coloring to it. Keep your fingers out of it. I'm serious. It takes all of my willpower to focus on mixing the stuff. I take the whisk and give it a careless swing around the bowl. About half a cup of the mixture flies out of the bowl and splatters on the ground. I quietly look up at Natsuko to see him giving me an agitated glare. Are you even trying to make a mess? No, that's all happening naturally. Jeez, I'll be all night if you do it like that. Here. Natsuko grabs the bowl from me. He takes the whisk in one hand and uses the other to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it! See? After only a few seconds, the consistency of the icing cream filling has already improved, forming
firm, fluffy peaks. I watch, puppy-eyed, as Natsu takes her finger and dips it into the cream, scooping up a dollop and popping it into his mouth. Ah, perfect consistency. Whoa! I launched my finger towards the bowl in an attempt to have a taste of the fluffy mounds, only to have Natsu pull the bowl away and lightly slap my wrist. Hey, hey, hey! How many times do I have to tell you to keep your gross fingers out of the bowls? Come on, man! You're killing me here! You haven't let me taste anything! I just want a little sample. I start to fight back, reaching for the bowl once again. I'm the chef, and it's my job to make you wait to sample anything until we're done. Now back off! Natsu grabs my hand and pushes back. Well, my job is to get in the way and make a big mess. Are you seriously impeding my duties? Just let me taste the friggin' cream already! And you are seriously impeding my duties, are you? My argument makes absolutely no sense, but at this point, I don't care. I want that sweet stuff in my mouth. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the tip of the bowl. The lip of the bowl. I successfully scoop out a dub, just as Natsu pulls the bowl away with all his might. Ah! The force of Natsu pulling me causes me to stumble, making him stumble in turn. My hand with the cream filling on it brushes against his face, wiping that precious dollop on my finger and across his cheek. No. Ugh! You got a big gob of it on my face. Gee, I wonder whose fault that is. Oh. We also licked Yudi's face. Are we licking faces this time around? Yours, of course! Keep your fingers out of the bowls. Let me taste something. Not until we're done. Natsu sets the bowl on the counter behind him and stands in front of it protectively, arms outstretched. I'm at my wit's end. I need to get my fix. By any means necessary. I suddenly lunge. Natsu holds up one hand, but I'm faster. I grab him by the wrist. He tries to use his other hand to fight back, but I grab the one too. I push back with all my might, shoving him beyond the counter and pinning him against the wall. Well, hello there. Gah! Let me go! Not a chance! He won't let me taste anything because you don't want my fingers in the bowls? Fine then. You leave me no choice. Ah! Before he has a chance to respond, I lean my body into him. My face is practically touching when I suddenly flick out my tongue and slowly drag it across his face, licking off the cream. What? Did you just... Gah! Natsu's so taken aback that he can't even figure out how to get mad at me. He can't even seem to figure out what's going on right now. That makes me so uncomfortable. He looks away, his face entirely red. But then, his expression changes. Oh, jeez, sir. His gaze suddenly becomes amorous. He looks back at me. Anya, you know, once we put those donuts in the oven, we'll have like a good 12 minutes to do whatever you want. Wait, what? Did he just... Is it a fang? Or is it him... I don't know. I stare at him in shocked silence. Okay, I'm not even sure what's going on right now. I mean, Natsu's always been pretty forward, but this... I don't know how to respond to this. My breathing becomes shallow suddenly. I'm feeling a bit dizzy. The screech of the fire alarm kills the attention immediately. Starlight I reel back while Natsu rushes to the oven. What the? You haven't put any batches in yet! What's burning? Jeez, no wonder! I can feel my face ignite with embarrassment when Natsu grabs an oven mitt and pulls out a dirty tray, tossing it on top of the stove. Good, because that noise was painful in my ears. The fire alarm stops within moments. I told you to check the stove before preheating it, didn't I? Yes. Yes, you did. And you did? I believe the smoldering evidence sitting on top of the stove is proof enough that I did no such thing. Oh, for Pete's sake. Anyway, I'm putting the first batch in the oven now. And just like that, we're back to baking. I have mixed feelings about this. I mean, the baking is fun and all, but I'm curious what would have happened if that stupid fire alarm didn't go off. It's kind of frustrating. I watch as Natsuki slice a batch of donuts into the oven.
Meanwhile, I dip my finger in the filling bowl and scoop a massive dollop of cream into my mouth while his back is turned.
Man, those are smelling real good.
The donuts are ready to be pulled out of the oven. A blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room the moment Natsu pulls open the oven door. My mouth waters.
They look nice, don't they? Wait until we decorate them. Empty out that last bag. We're gonna need everything in it. Hand me the piping bags and metal tips.
I get to work pulling everything out of the last bag. I'm overwhelmed by a variety of decorations Natsu brought. Several small jars of sprinkles, walnuts, toasted coconut, and chopped almonds are among the different options, alongside bags of chocolate chips and peanut butter chips. While the donuts were in the oven, Natsu and I made different colored icing as well as separated the cream filling to make several colors of that too. Natsuko returns to the table, having scooped different colors of icing and filling into numerous bags, each tipped with a different metal tube. Also sets a tray of cooled baked donuts in front of us.
Now we do the fun part.
You can be as creative as you want with the decorations, but keep in mind, this is a literature event, so let's try to come up with a matching theme. What about this one with the thin zip? I pick up a bag of chocolate glaze which is tipped with an ultra-thin pipe. You can write with this one. Right? Let's write words on the donuts. Be fun to see people choose a donut based on the word they like.
Say, that's a good idea.
You know, you may be lousy at baking, but I do like the way your mind works.
Gee, thanks.
I'm sure there's a compliment in there somewhere. Natsuko looks at the decorations for a moment, thinking to himself. Not down designing them in his head. Afterward, he grabs 2 different colored donuts and places them in front of me. He grabs 2 for himself as well.
These didn't come out as nice as the others, so we'll use them to practice on. Get a feel for the pipe bags. Execute a few ideas.
When you've done a good groove going, you can start decorating the good ones for real. And the best part is, you can eat your 2 practice donuts when you're done. Deal? Ah! I look at Natsuko upon hearing his surprised exclamation. Crumbs are flaking from my face. I've already stuffed the donuts he's placed in front of me into my mouth. Something? Natsuko sighs and shakes his head.
You know what? I'll do the main decorating. You write a word on each donut. Can you at least do that?
I smile and nod excitedly.
Uh-huh. Fine. No dirty words, though.
My smile goes away. When we're finished, Natsuko lines the donuts up side by side to admire our work.
These turned out much nicer than I ever imagined they would.
Good job, partner. Right back at ya. Those are some pretty donuts, I must say. I too admire the amazing variety of donuts we've created. There are cream-filled donuts and donuts with holes in them. Some are glazed, some are powdered. Some are covered with icing and others with sprinkles. Some are topped with nuts while others are topped with chocolate chips. Some are stripped and some are plain. The colors pop where they should, but donut shiny ones with simpler decorations. What a lovely display. I just want to roll around in them. I wish I could have one right now.
You can have one, and only one.
I'm wasting the time in reaching for the one I'm eyeing. It's a chocolate-covered one with rainbow sprinkles and cream filling. But rather than inhale it, I nibble it daintily, enjoying the fresh flavor. They taste as delicious as they look. These are amazing, Natsu! You've got to try one. I offer him a bite of my donut. He opens his mouth automatically like he's going to bite down, then suddenly stops and looks away.
Thanks, but I don't know what they taste like. Besides, I'll be eating dinner soon and I don't want to spoil my appetite.
On the opposite, I've down 10 of these and still eat dinner.
Well, as healthy as that sounds, not all of us can wolf down 14 kills in one sitting. Anyway, I was hoping we'd have time to hang out, but I better get going.
Alrighty. Couldn't you stay a little longer so we could play a video game? Natsuko pauses, looking away. I really would love to. But the thing is, my mom won't be home until late tonight. I'll get to have the house to myself. It doesn't happen too often, so I have to take advantage of it when I can. How come?
Let's just say, I kinda have to be a different person when she's home. When I'm home alone, I get to be me.
And then while
eyes suspiciously. I wonder what he means by that. I'd ask if I could go to his house since his mom would be home, but I'm not sure I want to risk getting him in trouble if she comes home early.
This is all your fault, you know.
Smooth only shifts. If I didn't have to constantly babysit you all afternoon, we'd have been done sooner and had more time to hang out. Well, I quickly turned back into his normal bratty self. Oh, sure. Blame me.
It was 100% your fault.
He's not lying. We'd have been done hours ago if it weren't for me screwing around the entire time. But at least we had fun. Should I bring the donuts tomorrow? Natsu laughs loudly.
You must be joking. I'm not leaving them with you. They're coming with me tonight. I don't trust you, or Satori for that matter, to be with those donuts all night. That's why I brought with this Tupperware.
Natsu begins carefully lining the donuts up in the special trays in the Tupperware. Well, it was worth a shot. You're wise not to trust Sayori and I. We would have destroyed those donuts.
Trust me, I know.
The mention of Satori takes me back to our conversation this morning. I remember how helpless I felt. There's never been a time we haven't shared everything with each other. I wish she'd tell me what I can do to help.
Okay, I have all my stuff packed. Good work today.
Thanks! I had a lot of fun. Just like that, Natsuka's already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I get the opportunity to get closer to him like I wanted?
Well, I guess I'm off then. Thanks for all the, help today.
Let's not kid ourselves. I was no help at all.
Well, thanks for the entertainment then, I guess. I'll see you tomorrow.
Natsu, wait! Speaking of thinking, I've been doing an awful lot of that lately. About today, I'm serious when I said I had a lot of fun. Not just the baking, but hanging with you in general. This doesn't need to be a one-time thing, is what I'm saying. I want to spend time with you again, if at all possible. Whether you want to read comics or play video games, whatever. I'm up for it. Natsu gives me an intense look.
Do you mean that?
Yeah, I do. I want to do this again.
Anya, I didn't think... I mean, around the club.
Natsuki sets the bags and Tupperware on the ground and turns to me fully.
I'm sorry I had to leave so early. I really didn't want to. I would stay here all day if I could. I feel the same way as you.
Natsuki steps closer. I may call him Shorty, but in reality we're almost the same height. At this point, his face has gotten very close to mine. Standing inches from me, he looks into my eyes. So his hands suddenly color on mine. His rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes for my vision, along with his slightly parted lips. What is happening? He leans closer. I can feel his breath against my lips.
I felt this for a while now.
Natsuko suddenly jumps back.
Satori! Hey Anya. Hey Nat. What are you guys up to?
Nothing. We finished working for today and Natsu was just leaving.
Yes? Bummer. Sorry I didn't come sooner. We could have all hung out. It's nice to see you, Satori. I wish you could stay, but I have to get home. Oh. That's a shame. Well, I hate to keep you. So I guess we'll see you at the festival, yeah?
I can't help but notice Satori is acting passive-aggressively forceful. Is he trying to drive Natsuko away? Natsuko seems to pick up on it too. He looks at me briefly. Yeah, well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow then.
Goodbye, Nat.
Satori cuts him short, staring Natsuko in the eye in an uncomfortably domineering way. Natsuko nods obediently, gathers his bags and the Tupperware of donuts, then hurries off with his head down. What? And this should all be the same. So... this was the Natsuko route, and I need to record the entire UD route and a part of it again. Well, I'll do that, I guess.